Hello guys, welcome back. How do we feel when in the movies the bad guy wins? It's hard to tell because they almost never do. Darth Vader lost, Lex Luthor lost, the Joker and the Penguin lost too. Maybe in some dark European movie the bad guy wins, but they usually don't. Although we're only talking about movies, in real life we also feel that the good guys winning and the bad guys losing is the natural order of things. But is it? Is there justice in the world? Or only in the movies? Today we will talk about these questions by exploring the JustWorld Hypothesis. What exactly is it? The JustWorld Hypothesis is the tendency to believe that the world is fair and that people get what they deserve. Even though there are many instances to show that the world can be an unfair place, this cognitive bias causes people to assume that people's actions always lead to fair consequences, meaning that those who act in a good way will eventually be rewarded, while those who act in a bad way will eventually be punished. You may be asking, why does it happen? First, motivation. Believing in a just world works like a motivation mechanism for us to make long-term efforts. If we thought that our good actions would not be eventually rewarded, why would we make sacrifices? We have the strong need to believe that the world is orderly and predictable, and that we have some kind of control over things. We want to believe that if we do A, then we get B, and that there is some logic in life. Most of us don't thrive in chaos. By believing in the JustWorld Hypothesis, we feel less vulnerable because we think that only people who are bad deserve to be hurt. So if we behave, nothing bad might happen to us. Clearly a false sense of security, but feels good for our psychological well-being. The JustWorld Hypothesis often occurs as a result of an underlying belief in a divine or supernatural force, cosmic justice, destiny, you name it. This force is responsible for bringing justice and moral balance to the world. Do you believe in karma? Well, then you believe in a JustWorld Hypothesis. But non-religious people can't throw the first rock on this matter. Many of us say phrases like, what goes around comes around, everything happens for a reason, you get what you deserve, and you reap what you sow. The JustWorld Hypothesis ignores the complexity of life and focuses on what makes us feel better. Also, our love for archetypical stories makes us vulnerable to fall into this bias. Imagine that the Frodo Baggins or the Luke Skywalkers of the world lost, or that the Cersei Lannisters of the world came out victorious. We will feel confused and shocked. We like simple stories in which 1 + 1 is 2. We won't be happy any other way. We want bad behavior followed by bad results. From early childhood, we read stories of courageous heroes saving the day and being rewarded with the keys to the city, while villains are slain or banished. But in reality, bad things happen to good people and to bad people too. This applies also to good things. There is more randomness in the world than we think. There is no clear consistency between our morals and our results. A man can smoke for 60 years and never get lung cancer, yet another well-behaved man might get lung cancer without even having smoked at all. In 2004, Ira Hoare, an English convicted rapist, won more than 7 million sterling pounds in the National Lottery of the United Kingdom. Shocking. But who knows, maybe the Lotto rapist, as Hoare is known, will buy a luxurious car and have an accident in it. You may be asking, why all this is important? Number one, if we believe in the JustWorld Hypothesis, we can become insensible to injustice. It might block us from feeling empathy towards people in need or victims of crime. To a significant degree, the believers in a just world tend to feel less of a need to engage in activities to change society, show indifference towards injustice, and many times they justify the status quo in unequal societies. Number two, oversimplification of reality. The JustWorld Hypothesis might delude you into believing that just because you're a good fellow, bad things won't happen to you. leaving you unprepared when unexpected things happen. However, the JustWorld Hypothesis has some benefits. It protects self-esteem, helps control fear, and allows people to remain optimistic about the world. A quick side note. The social psychologist Melvin J. Lerner was the first one to explicitly define and to research the JustWorld Hypothesis in the 60s. Lerner summarized his findings in his work, The Belief in a Just World, a Fundamental Delusion. He sought to answer questions of how governments that cause cruelty and suffering can maintain popular support, and how people come to accept social norms and laws that produce misery. Now, a disclaimer. Remember, this video is not the last word regarding the JustWorld Hypothesis. Its goal was to ignite your interest in this topic so you go beyond and do your own research. Since I'm sure you have many arguments for and against what was just said, please send us your feedback so we can continue this conversation. Before we go, I want to invite you to take the decision-making course, Deciding How to Decide, which is based on behavioral economics and in which I am the professor. In this course, we study the limits, inconsistencies, and cognitive biases that affect our complex and important decisions. Since I know you're going to take many of these decisions, you're more than invited to join us. Time to go. See you next time. Thank you.